Shouldn't be too hard at all.
Sure. Snap, Maestro. Only, where do we start?
Right here.
Welcome back, everybody. Today I've got a HMV Super 5 chassis on the bench, and this isn't about restoration, this video. This is about fault finding. So the radio belongs to an elderly gentleman who just loves listening to it, and a mate of his, who's a mate of mine, said, well, I think we can recap that, or I think he was asked to recap it, and he said, yeah, sure. And after the recapping, the radio didn't pick up any more stations. So he said, can I have a look at it? And because I've got more test equipment than him, and I said, yeah, sure. A bit worried. One trying to find faults is something I'm not really used to. But we've all got to do it at some stage, whether we create those faults ourselves or somebody else does. So I decided the first thing we're going to do is get the schematic, and I could just use the schematic and trace each and every capacitor and make sure it's in the right spot. And then I thought to myself, hold on, I've already done one of these. So I went to the video and I was able to get a screenshot of my completed chassis back in the day, and I actually was able to compare the wiring of both the units against each other, from mine, which was all correct and was working, to this. And the fruits of that exercise were that all these caps have been soldered in correctly. They're all in the correct spot. I was almost 100% confident that that was the case. So I thought, okay, one of the caps could have failed. It could be a dodgy cap, and that's always a possibility, but they are all brand new. So I discarded that for the moment anyway. Then decided, well, I'll check for dry solder joints, and everything buzzed out correctly, just as it should. Now, I thought to myself, oh, I've just sort of jumped away from it. As I said, the radio just did provide static. That's all it did. And depending on where you were in the band, the static would rise up in volume or drop down. But there was absolutely no oscillation happening at all. So I knew that the radio, though, was oscillating because I grabbed my trusty little transistor radio and put it behind it and just went through the band on the Super 5, and my little transistor radio was being affected by the oscillation there. So I knew there's something happening there, and it should be working. I thought to myself, possibly, what if I change those filter caps? No, I was told the radio was working until it was recapped. So I started looking around. I poked around thinking, do I have a loose connection? Nope, no loose connections at all. And then I went up, thought I'll start up the very top, went to the RF section, and I noticed, there's a 0.047 there. And let me see. It buzzed out to earth, and because I only gave it a cursory glance, I thought, oh yeah, that's an earth point that it's connected to. And then my eye caught it finally. The other end also goes to earth. So here we have a problem. I've got one capacitor that's going to earth on both ends. That can't be right. And also I did a voltage check on the non-earth end and found that there's 80 volts there. And of course that's just shorting out to the chassis. And the problem was easily fixed. Grabbed my screwdriver, put it behind that big blob of solder that had clearly overrun and was touching the chassis, just moved it out and eliminated that short. No buzzing, all good. Turn the radio on, which I'm doing right now, and all the stations just came back. So that probably took half an hour, I think, all in all. But it's essentially till my eye caught the problem, which is up there, and There we go.
But I think being able to be with him now and be with him close.
Anyway, great performer. So I will get around. I will change those 2 electrodes, and then this radio will be great to go for many more years to come. Anyway, for you newbies out there, just like me, this is just my example of the process I went through in trying to find the fault, and it turned out to be, simple. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, and easily fixed. So I hope you got something out of this, guys. Again, real short, sharp video, but not much else to show on it. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. So have fun. Take care, guys. Bye.